Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live, baby, with the Redirect Regroup Refocus podcast. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday? Man, I'm telling y'all, it's been a great day for me. And it's going to be an even greater day for you, boy, because we have a guest in the studio today that we will be interviewing. But y'all know how we do real quick. We got to just make a few announcements, just a few. And first, I got to tap in and let y'all know where we at, baby. Here we go. Boom, we are here at the Vibe Studios 219, baby, here at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. It consists of Ryan Reed of the VNO, what you know, myself, Life Coach Jeff Relaford of Redirect Regroup Refocus, Smooch Wallace, who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know him, please get to know him. And also Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. If you need your podcast produced, if you need your radio show produced, this is what we do, baby. We have equipment here that is ran off of our little T-Mobile Wi-Fi modem and all that. We got nice AC conditioned room for you people. We got switches, we got mixers, we got mics, we got headphones, we got everything here for you, baby. So check us out, Vibe Studios 219. This is what we do for y'all, baby. And also, I have to let y'all know, this week on Saturday, your boy Life Coach Jeff will be at the F&J Center, okay, in Gary, Indiana. And I will also be hosting the Biggs Radio Dance Party. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's going to be a great event that we have going on. And I don't want to mess nothing up. I need to get it right. So we're going to be at the F&J Event Center at 4601 Melton Road in Gary, Indiana on December 21st. And this is a free event to the public. We are handing out toys to the kids. So parents, aunties, grandparents, affiliates, I don't care who you are. Y'all come out. I know y'all know some kids. Make sure these kids get these toys. We got plenty to give. And we'll also have some celebrity guests there too. And I'll also be hosting it with my girl, Marley Caprice, who is also affiliated in our network of people, man. She is a great person. Y'all come out, have a good time. Let the kids dance. Give them some toys. Boom, bada bam. We are in the game. And also with the girls group that I'm affiliated with, y'all know I mentor young girls as well. Zed and Nicole Girls will also be doing our 5th annual toy giveaway at All-in-One Tax Services located at 6340 Kennedy Avenue in Hammond, Indiana. This will also be taking place on the 21st of December from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Okay. So now listen, y'all, I didn't just give y'all one place to go get toys. I gave y'all 2. Okay. I gave you 2. So if you really want to do a double whammy with the kids this holiday, hit up All-in-One Tax Services first in Hammond, Indiana. Okay. From 12 to 2, go ahead, get your toy for the kid, for the boy or the girl, or your niece, your nephew, or whoever you got, and then swing on by to the F&J Center and grab you some more toys for the kids. All right, I've done my due diligence, okay? I said what I need to say so I can supply the toy giveaway for the people, you know, and we gonna move right along, baby. Today, man, I got a guest here, man, and he is an alternative rock artist. Now, y'all are used to me interviewing more of the rappers and the R&B singers, right? But nah, baby, we gonna do a little switch on you. He actually comes from that background, but right before he came in and we started rapping just for a little bit, he said he had to get back to the roots of things. He said he wanted to go back to what he knows. So let me introduce y'all to the homie Lemoyne Alexander. How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Great intro.
Oh, thank you, man. You know, this is what we do over here. I can't give you anything short of greatness, sir. Yeah. So go ahead, introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are and what you do, brother. Because you can say it better than me.
Okay, well, I'm a recording artist. I do alternative rock, but you know, my origin was way back in R&B, funk, and ended up doing house music. I started off in the house. I kicked it off in the house, and then, we kind of like left house, went into a more funk vibe when Prince and The Time came out, and then from there I left all that to produce.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I started working with R. Kelly, from R. Kelly to Michael Bivins and all of these, you know, independent production company as a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I kind of like became the next big rap producer in Chicago.
Okay.
And it kind of like, I started producing anybody in Chicago. That led to me to be into a whole nother form of music. And then once I grew, I ended up going to New York, and I stayed there for like 2.5 years, 3 years. And I signed multiple record companies and to deals with these guys. And then I left, just turned it all away. I couldn't take it no more. Walked away from the industry for about a year. And from that, I wanted to go back to where music makes sense, where it just made me feel good again.
Okay.
And it was rock.
That's dope.
As a kid, I was growing up listening to really hard rock, Rush, Thin Lizzy, Play That Funky Music, White Boy. Everything that was rock. I had no choice because the stations that we were listening to, we couldn't get some of those stations with R&B, but I was listening to it and I said I can do that. And I taught myself all the instruments, and from that point on, I didn't know I was going to ever grow into, because people figure because you're black, you're going to do black music.
That's it. You already know, brother. Yes, sir. You know.
I was like, no. I'm not going that route. Even though I'm black, I can do black music, which is R&B. I don't look at music as being racial.
Okay, definitely.
And, I think all types of music is just a universal language of love.
Okay, I hear you.
It's universal. And but I felt comfortable doing rock.
Okay.
I didn't have to compete with nobody.
Yeah.
It was easier and it was more organic, and I could be myself in it.
Okay.
So when the opportunity came, I left rap in the real high part of my career. Walked away from rap music and doing all of that. And I knew that once I started a rock band that it was going, wow, I was up here in the rap phase.
Yeah.
Now you start a band, you all the way down here.
Okay. Like you had to start from the bottom, you had to build that all up over again.
That was the only sad part, because people knew me from being a rap producer, producing everybody's records, but no one knew me as an actual guitar player, singer in a rock band.
Okay.
So I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a challenge. And I worked. I did 10 years with this band.
Wow.
We got 3 albums out, a greatest hit album. One of them, I think the second album featured a song, Killer Queen by Queen.
Okay. Oh, that's dope.
I actually did a song with Queen.
That's dope.
They just took Freddie's vocals out and replaced it with mine.
Oh, wow.
It's like, and the intentions was for that song was to put it into Rhapsody, the Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
Okay.
So we got real close, and I think somehow the politics didn't want to use the song in the movie, but we were real close to it. But either way, the song came out, and we got like double platinum on it.
Wow.
So from that point
that's what's up.
And then I did the third album from the band. And after that, it was time for me to stop. I was like, you know what? Because my management and everybody was telling me, you play all the instruments, you sing all of the songs, you write all the songs, you might as well do them yourself.
Okay.
And I was a band guy. I was always the guy that liked to be in the background. So.
Okay. Yeah. You never wanted to be the front guy.
I never wanted to be.
Okay.
And so the opportunity came, and my dad was a lot at the time. He was alive, and he kept telling me, you're a genius at what you do. You should stop giving away your music and being in the background. You should be more in the front. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then right when the band broke up, my dad got sick with cancer.
Okay.
And he didn't tell me until the last minute, but on his deathbed, he said, I want you to make an album.
Okay.
So when I did the album, it happened to be Solitude. And we didn't shop it or nothing. I just got a phone call and say, hey, we really want to put this record out. from nowhere. I don't know who,
Hey, sometimes it works like that, brother.
And I looked at it like, well, I didn't want to do a bidding war and do all of that. And
yeah.
I just felt like, oh, maybe it's just time. Maybe I should roll with it. And the label was called Isotopia Records. They believed in the project. They believed in me, and they put it out.
Okay.
And then it was my first real solo album. When I say solo, I did everything.
Wow. Okay. So we talking about true solo album, not just you doing vocals.
No, I
solo singing, everything down to the instrumentation.
Every song, every instrument.
Wow.
Have some guests come on and play saxophone, maybe a couple of songs with drums, and some background vocals. But initially, I did it all. I played like over 27 different instruments on that album.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I did all of the lead backgrounds, ad-libs. I did all of those. And
that's something, man.
I was wore out when I was done.
I can imagine, brother.
My dad was very he passed. When he passed, I dedicated the whole album to him.
Okay.
So there are songs in there that are initially written primarily for him. And everybody was like, oh, don't worry about it. He would be proud of you and everything. And I was really proud about that. That was my first solo album.
Okay. And I'm gonna be real honest with you, man. It's when you do stuff like that, it kind of helps you draw something from within.
Yes.
And the fact that you were still able to pump that out and you did that for your father, man, that's something, man. Yeah. I love to hear stuff
primarily
like
for him.
Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to show him that, even though that on his deathbed, I mean, he actually asked me to do an album.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was going to pass. I went back on tour. While I was on tour, he died. So I stopped the tour with the band, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. I couldn't sing. Every time I got up to sing, I'd start crying. So I knew it was time for me to take a break, and I just went into record mode, and I just started recording, and I got like 12, 13 songs done, and they put it out, and they were very proud. And I reached a multitude of fans all over the world, from here to Brazil, Finland, New Zealand. It was number 9 on the New Zealand rock charts.
Wow.
When it came out. Yeah.
Now see, that's awesome, man. Now see, I want to ask you, I normally don't ask artists this question, but I want to ask you, how do you feel about your own accomplishments? Everything that you've done because I'm telling you, man, you have done things that a lot of artists and producers wish that they could do. Yeah. How do you feel about that, brother?
You know what? When I wake up every day, I thank God for me still being alive and able to do this.
Yeah.
And whereas everybody look at my accomplishments, I look at my accomplishments as another, a level on the ladder.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the top of the ladder.
Definitely.
When we climb that ladder, is always the last one at the top.
Exactly.
That's the one I'm trying to get to. And I don't feel like I'm at that top yet.
And I love that because see, you got something you keep striving for.
Yeah. So
everything that you do, everything you're gonna put out, it's not gonna be bad or anything less. It's always gonna be better than what you did before.
I'm definitely gonna keep trying. I'm not gonna stop at wow. Like right now, Insecurity is the biggest song in my career right now. And I had no idea that everyone was going to love this song as much. It's because when I first did it, it was, it was my favorite. It was personally written for me and my own personal growth.
Okay. Got you.
And when I left the label, my first label, to go to the second label, that's all they talked about was like, man, we need to put this out. This is a song for the world.
It is.
And when I heard it, I was like, is it really? And can really people really get it, use it as a staple to get help with their lives? And I had to gradually grow into it. But for the fans, they loved it so much. I was like, wow, it just overwhelmed me.
Let me tell you one of the comments that I saw on actually on YouTube about that song. It said, I'm so glad I found this song when it came up playing through one of the ads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they heard it through an ad, they clicked on it, and it took them to your song, and they love the song.
I didn't know that.
Yes, brother. I literally just read this comment. I literally read the comment, brother.
So ads do work.
yeah, ads do work, sir. So now you have the proof. So, but see, that's the thing. And I love how you said, see, you've been reaching people all over the world, man.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Touching their lives, brother. Yeah. And that's great.
And it helped me. The song helped me. So
yeah,
I'm real happy that it helps others. But that just goes to say, like, just recently in April, I was inducted into the California Music Hall of Fame, and I didn't even know about it.
Oh, wow. You didn't even know about it? Nobody called you, sent you a text?
They called me a week before.
Okay.
Said, hey, did you know that you were nominated and you are inducted to the California Music Hall of Fame for your contributions to music?
That's awesome.
And there was a montage of all of my videos, of all the artists that I produced, and quotes from all the people that I had something to do with their careers. And it just made me, it was heartfelt.
Wow.
It was really, it made me feel good.
And see, brother, and that's why I want to ask you that question about how you felt about your accomplishments, because, once the accolades start coming, once those things start coming, see, us as even as podcasters, people who are in entertainment, radio personalities, the whole nine, we just do the work. We're doing the work because this is what we love to do.
Right.
A lot of times we don't realize that we're making an impact until long after the fact. Long after the fact. So I understand what you mean when you said it was very heartwarming.
Yeah, it was very
and do you remember how it went? Because did you actually have to go to a ceremony?
I went to the ceremony.
And how was that? How was it?
It was like being at the Grammys.
Wow.
I mean, there were artists
that
you and I grew up on. I was on the same stage with them.
Now, how did that make you feel?
I mean, the Archies, you remember? Sugar, honey, honey. The actual owners and the people who made that song was on stage with me.
Wow.
With other big records like I can't remember them all, but just being up there with these guys, knowing that I grew up, as I said to you earlier, I grew up listening to rock music.
Yeah.
And now I'm on the stage with them. It just overwhelmed me, man. And I just felt like this was something my dad should have been here to see.
Yeah.
And that's what made it, more heartwarming to me, because even when I did my speech, the crowd went way crazy. So
I hear you.
And they just wanted me to play. So I ended up doing my speech, and then after the speech, I did my show and I played some songs, and people were excited. It's on YouTube too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all know it. Check it out. Y'all heard it. It's on YouTube. Y'all, Lemoyne Alexander, man, you that guy. But what I like about you, but I say that with just giving you your flowers and the respect for what you've done. Right. You know what I mean? That's why I say it. And the fact that you are so humble done, and the fact that you just keep making the music, bro. You're doing it because you love to do it.
That's all. And people don't understand. It's genetic to me. It's something that I feel in my heart.
Yeah.
And people will look at me like, you make all these songs. How do you come up with this? It's from the universe. It just comes in me and it goes out. And I don't look at none of my songs. Oh, this is gonna be a huge hit. It's just a child to me. I just take it, put it over here, and go to the next one.
Yeah. That's
how I do all of my songs. I never really sat around and said, "Oh, this is a great song."
Really?
I never did that.
You never had that feeling like this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the one.
I just do them. They just come out of me. And where these guys here, like my managers, they'll tell me, "Yeah, this is a great song," But me, I'll be like, "Okay," and while they're telling me this, I'm on my next one.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it just comes natural to me, and I just love doing it.
And normally I ask people what is the creative process behind it, but you just saying simply, you just create. You just
comes out.
It just comes out. You just fit. You pretty much you do what you feel.
Yeah, I don't compete.
Yeah.
When I was into being a producer and a rap producer, I did some of the biggest names in the world.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was in competition with all these other rap producers, and it just didn't feel right.
I understand what you mean by that. I
was like, oh, this guy got the same drums beat, same. Everybody's copying each other's style.
Exactly.
And, it's just sounds recycled to me.
Okay.
So one day I decided, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do something totally different. I'm gonna give it a shot. And I did it with an artist that the artist was like, just be you, just do whatever. And back then I was so good at programming music that I could do a hip hop rap song in less than 3 minutes. And it was complete. And so
less than 3 minutes.
They was trying to put me into the Guinness World Record at the time to make a beat, literally make a beat that fast.
Wow.
No, I didn't want to do none of that. You know, the spotlight is not just for me. I like being, I'm a background guy, but you know, and I didn't really want to do all of that. But you know, they in the Sun-Times, at that time, the Chicago Sun-Times did and the Tribune and the Defender did interviews with me about how fast I can make a beat at that time.
Wow.
And at that time there was, you know, it's a lot of young rap producers, right?
Yeah, definitely.
At that time I was me. The only competition I had growing up in my younger days with people like say the rap producer that did Do or Die. Yeah, Trackster.
Okay.
Toxic, you know, M-Doc.
Okay.
You know, we were all friends, you know. So
exactly.
Trading sounds.
Yeah.
Getting it, you know, developing new sounds and everything. And then once I started coming up with these tracks and I made big hits with these guys, then I, you know, transposed to bigger artists, and I started meeting people like Teddy Riley and working with Rodney Jerkins and all these bigger producers that liked my style.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
It was like, wow, coming from these guys, you know, it just made me feel like, okay, I'm in a whole nother realm. And I had developed a sound where it was like organically like 18th century sounds, like timpani drums and horns, and with the beat up under it. I just went crazy. You know, it was like orchestral kind of vibe, you know.
Got you.
And I was with Rap a Lot because of that for almost like 10 years.
Okay.
So
got you.
And then I just one day I woke up and I'm like, I know I could do better than this. I could do more than just, you know, I want to be different.
Is that why you walked away for that time?
Yeah.
Because you had that epiphany. You just knew you could do something better than that.
Yeah. I knew.
And most people won't say that. Yeah. Once they've reached because you know you were getting good recognition. You at the top. You were, you know, you was with everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody. I mean, they would talk at the time when I was retiring. I was supposed to do what's the guy's name in Rap a Lot? I forgot his name. No, I forgot his name. He came to my house.
Okay.
And another friend of mine, Crash brought him over. Crashman brought him over. And there were talks about me doing the duet with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Okay.
I forgot what song that was. And I said, no, I'm done. I walked away.
Wow.
And they offered me a substantial amount of money. And I was like,
wow.
I'm not doing it. I'm done.
That's something.
I gave my friend, he was there. He was like absolutely mad at me. Like,
okay.
We can make money.
Yeah.
Took the folder, put all the tracks in there and gave it to him. Go do whatever you want. Wow. With rap.
Wow.
Walk away from it. Yeah.
So I want to ask you this. So with you having a majority of a rap and hip hop background, how do you feel your sound kind of translates over to rock a little bit? Do you see a difference? Do you see? Okay.
I would say this.
Okay.
That some of the stuff that I learned, you know, from making rap all these years, I took that over to, you know, to the rock area.
Okay.
Like I would incorporate a few things from what I learned from making rap beats to the rock.
Okay.
Like that I will do.
Okay.
You know, especially if it's a different sound. And for some reason, you know, with my peers, even my fans, they just say and think me, I don't know, but they just say whatever you're doing is different than what everybody else is doing.
Okay. So they could hear the difference. Yeah. Like you said earlier, you're just creating.
Yeah, I'm just creating.
You're just creating from within and putting it out.
Yeah, you know. And I would do these songs, and people would hear them for the first time, and they's like, "Is this a white guy singing this?" You know, and then when they see me, it's a black guy singing this.
Yeah,
you know, and it freaks everybody out. You know, so you know, whatever it is I'm doing, you know, it's working. So you know, I don't have any problems with it because I'm just gonna keep creating. But as far as I'm concerned, this is where my heart is, and this is where I'm gonna go all the way.
Definitely. Okay.
I have a new album that's scheduled for March. I mean, Insecurity, the whole plan was we were supposed to drop a song every month. That was the marketing plan.
Okay.
But when we dropped Insecurity, none of us had no idea the song was going to grow and keep growing and growing. I was supposed to get through it and get to the next song. We couldn't even get to the second song because the song kept growing and growing and growing. So
ride the wave, man.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. And they're telling me, no, we got to keep it going. You know, I'm like, when's the next song coming up? We got to keep going. So I said, all right, we keep going, you know.
Okay.
And the whole concept of was new to because I'm so used to doing live music videos with my songs. But they came up with the idea saying that this would be a better situation for us to promote you 3D animation.
Now let's talk about that. Because brother, when I saw that in 3D animation, I was like, okay, this is okay. You don't see a lot of videos like this. You don't see people doing that, and you saying you different. That was different. That really attracted me to the song. It was a good storyline that came up with. It was dope, brother. Talk about that.
Every song that's coming out on the album has a 3D animation.
Really?
Each one.
Okay, that's hot.
So
I like that.
By the time we get through the middle of the album, people actually see me. Will probably be on stage. You know, I'll be able to perform, and they'll be like, "Wow!" And I am going to have some of the videos on the screen when I'm performing. But I mean, the idea for
I like it. It's like a big reveal.
Yes.
I like that. It's a big reveal.
We're going to do a big reveal towards the end of the whole marketing plan, but. When they brought it to me, I was against it. I was like, no.
You couldn't see the vision, huh?
I couldn't see it, man. Mr. Potato Head, they got me looking like Mr. Potato Head. So, and this is not me, you know. Don't worry about it. It's funny. And, you know, they was trying to make it where it's comical. You get the song and everything all at once. And I was like, okay, I don't see it. But, you know, after a while, man, the video itself went to like 2 to 3.4 million on TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah, shocked me. I was like, okay, well, maybe we onto something.
Yeah.
So we kept it going.
Hey, and that's what I'm learning too as I go through my own process of all of this. I say sometimes people can see something that you don't see. And it does sound crazy. It doesn't seem like it's the right avenue to go. But sometimes, hey, you just got to shoot the shot and you just got to try it.
Hey, that's why you got a team.
Yeah. There you go. Yes, sir.
They think for me.
Yeah.
They'll tell me things where I'm stuck in one area. They're get out of that.
Exactly.
Do this.
They help you expand your mind a little bit. Yeah.
I got a beautiful team, man. These guys are extra great to me. So, you know, now the next step is we're gonna drop the album, and I'm definitely gonna do some promotional shows, and you know, for next year 25, I will be on the road to actually play all these songs. So
okay, dope. Yeah, that's dope.
That's the fun part.
You know what I'm thinking? Maybe we could set something up here. Maybe you could do something here, man.
No problem.
That'd be kind of dope. I think
as a matter of fact,
that would be nice.
I always wanted to perform in Indiana. I think Indiana needs, you know, people other than the Jacksons and their background.
Come on, brother.
We need to all of us need to, as artists, need to come here and do showcases and do shows for the fans, and because they buy records here too. They do. The fans, you know, they buy records.
Yes, sir.
All of these artists.
Yeah, they do.
And you know, I hear that a lot of people don't go to Indiana, but I'm willing to come here to perform anytime. You just tell me when. You
know, brother, I'm gonna do a benefit concert.
Okay.
Next year, I'm on a board for homeless shelter in Gary, Indiana.
Okay.
I just want to raise some money for them. You know, that's what I can contribute, is me being like one of the youngest board members and everything like that. So that's what I want to do, man. I would love to have you perform, man.
I would be more than happy.
Oh, thank you, brother. Now y'all heard it here, people. Y'all heard it here. My manager heard it. She jotted it down right now.
My manager's sitting right there. So
there it is. Swapping information.
I'll swap, and then you tell me when, and I'm here.
There it is. Man, okay. It's crazy because only 30 minutes have gone by. We have another 30 minutes. But man, what I love, I'm gonna tell you something. What I love about all your experience, your just your whole aura as a person.
Thank you.
You know, I come across, and I don't say I come across a lot of people, but when you do come across people who always say, well, I'm the best, or I'm better, or you ask them how they different, you know, a lot of times people want to give you something and it sounds like everybody else, but I like how, you know, you're different comes from within.
Yes.
It's nothing, like you said, you don't have to, you're not competing with nobody. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
You already know that you could do something different. So you said, all right, you know what, baby, let's just work with this and let's see what we could do.
Yeah. Yeah, I get this all the time when people, oh, he's a genius. I shy away from that. I'm not a genius. I just like doing what I do.
Yeah.
That's it. You know?
Yeah.
And I enjoy it, and it makes me feel good. And if I can share it with the world, that's what I'll do.
And that's what you're doing, brother. You are definitely sharing it with the world, and the world is receiving what you have to offer.
Yeah.
Now, I'm telling you, do you still get, when you find out things like insecurity and people are just hearing your stuff and giving you positive feedback, does it still give you those butterflies?
Yes.
It still does?
That's always going to give me butterflies.
Yeah.
All the time, especially when I'm hearing it on the radio.
Yeah.
Make me nervous. And I've been in this business for years, and it still makes me nervous. Even when I go on stage, and I've been on stage millions of times, I still get nervous.
Wow.
I still do, because it's organic, you know. It's a good feeling that I have that I want to share with my fans, because my fans love my music, so I'm gonna give it back to them.
Yeah.
At any and all costs. You can tell me, hey, can you we got like 30 people want to come in and see you. Can you perform over there in that corner? I'll do it for you. No problem.
Wow.
Because I know that they coming to see me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. And I'm telling you, man, brother, you just so humble, man. Like I always tell people who sit in the chair, man, I tell a lot of times people, you have to be here to really understand it.
Yeah.
To understand the essence of a person.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let y'all know, this is another one of those interviews. Y'all not in the building, but we putting out content for you, but you just got to be here. This is something, man.
Yeah.
This is something. I always love to hear about other people's experiences, their accomplishments, the things that they've done, because as I continue to move in entertainment, honestly, brother, I only been doing radio since March of this year.
Yeah.
And the people that I've been able to meet, come in contact with, interviews such as yourself.
Thank you.
Oh man, it's awesome. Y'all are just great people who have great experience, doing great things.
Oh, man, like I said, I've been doing it all my life. I remember when I was in the prime. I'm talking when I was in my early 20s.
Okay.
And I had my first child at the time. And my son, he was born, and then my daughter came right after.
Yeah.
And I loved music to a point where you could put me, I didn't have any instruments, nothing. But you put me in a room, I'm going to make a song some kind of way.
Wow.
And so
you're going to use what you got.
Whatever they got.
Whatever they got. Exactly.
I make a song. So I did that one time, and one guy came in and said, dude, we love, we want to give you a record deal. And I got offered, like, from that point on, I got offered maybe about 3 or 4 different recording contracts.
Okay.
And they spent the money for me to go in and do demos. And I did about maybe 3 or 4 demos at the time. This was during the mid 80s, going into the late 80s.
Okay.
And all of them offered me a contract, and I turned them all down. All of them. Because I felt like, well, if I take the deal, and I was a single parent at the time, I had my kids.
Yeah.
And there would be no way I could take my kids through all of that.
I understand.
Yeah,
and that'd be a heck of a sacrifice for them.
And they would
struggle.
It would be so crazy for them that I would lose them. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna raise my kids the proper way. And I stayed on my job, and until they got to be teenagers.
Yeah.
The contracts were still coming. So when they got to be teenagers, they said, okay, you guys are ready, y'all can do your own thing. And I went and signed my first deal at the time was with, I think it was right after I had left R. Kelly. I was with R. Kelly for 2 years, and then I went to Michael Bivins. And then from Michael Bivins, I went straight to Motown.
Okay.
So during that era, it was my time then because they were teenagers then. And, you know, me and their mama shared custody. So we was like, okay, so they old enough that they can go to school by themselves, do everything. And the first thing I did was they sent the truck to come and pick up all of my equipment, and I got on the plane and I went straight to New York. And I've been in there. I've been doing music ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
You hit the ground running, brother.
I sure
you did.
But I had to wait for them to be, you know, be able to take care of themselves.
Yeah. And see, man, and see, I gotta make this statement. What I love about as you telling this story is, again, people, he said it flows through him. The fact that he was doing that, producing, linking with all these people, had children, turned down how many deals? You say 3?
About 3.
About 3. Turned down 3 deals and
RCA was one of them.
And RCA was one of them. Y'all know who RCA is. We don't even have to explain it. We don't have to go into deep detail about it. Y'all know who RCA is. And to make the conscious decision to say, look, I have to be there for my children. Mm-hmm. But then once they got of age, we talking about 18, 19, 20.
15, 16, 17.
Okay. That age. 15, 16, 17. And to still have record companies looking at you.
Yeah. It was a blessing.
That's why that resonates heavy with me. Oh. And I will tell you, that is why people do call you genius. That's I will tell you, brother, that's why people will call you genius. That's why people will give you those great accolades and flowers, because you don't find too many people in this world. You don't find too many people in the industry, period, that can go ahead and show that much of a talent, towards the craft, and to sit it down for that long and to pick it right back up. And it's like you never left, sir.
Yeah.
It's like you never left.
They made me feel like that.
Yeah.
Because I got big offers. When I left Motown, I went straight to Londell McMillan. Mm-hmm. And I was with him for about 3 years. And then I got a bigger offer that came from Rap-A-Lot.
Okay.
And I stayed with Rap-A-Lot for almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I said, I'm never going to sign to no more record labels. No more.
Okay.
So
were you exhausted just with the label trend and everything? Yeah.
The whole business.
All of that rigmarole, all that other stuff that fell with it.
Yeah. And then once I got out of it, I felt like, at the time the business started to change anyway, where you can actually make your own records and do your own thing.
Yes, sir.
So, I was learning and progressing into that with my own band.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I said earlier, when my father died, I was like, okay, what am I going to do with this album? And Isotopia heard it, and they picked it up right away. And the strangest thing about that deal was, she said, I love it so much that, whatever arrangement you want, you can have it.
So you was able to negotiate everything yourself. Yeah. That's another blessing too, brother.
Yeah. So we did a 60-40 split.
Okay.
And the rest is history.
Wow. Now, what's some advice that you could give somebody who would want to walk in your shoes? What's some advice you would give somebody, young guy?
You never give up. No matter what people say, and I heard this for years.
Yeah.
Never going to be, you need to get a job. You need to stop with this dreaming and da-da-da-da. I heard that so much. Like, I kept going. I would block it out, especially from people you love.
Yeah.
That they can hurt.
They'll hit you the most.
That'll hurt the most. But, I learned, and the one person who used to tell me this all the time was my dad. He said, man, don't listen to nobody. And it got to the point where everybody was like, whatever you're doing out there is working. Don't listen to nobody. Keep your motivation. Whatever is striving you to keep going, keep going. Never let anybody stop you from doing what you feel good about doing with your life. You know, and I say to these young rappers, even though I look at the industry totally different than it was 20 years ago. You know, it's hard to break it in this industry. But I always tell these young guys, man, you know, be different. Don't sound like what everybody else is doing. Do something different.
Say that right there in that camera. That's what you need to say right there in the camera. Tell them, let them know.
Be different. Don't sound like everybody else. I mean, have an authentic sound for you. And believe it or not, if you stick with that and you keep pushing yourself, somebody's going to recognize it. And then it's going to blossom for you. But if you give up, you'll never know. Bottom line. And
boy,
I never gave up.
Man, see, I love it, man. You just, I'm serious, man. You just a real big testament to what people can do when they just stay on that grind and stay on that path and stay focused.
Yeah, I try, man. I try. You know,
you're not trying, brother. You doing it. I'm gonna tell you, if ain't nobody gonna tell you you doing it, Life Coach Jefton told you doing it.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I mean, I'm still doing it, even after all these years. You know, even my kids be like, "Wow, Dad, you still doing this?" I'm like, I'm still doing it. I just love making music, so you know, and for everybody who gets something out of what I do, I appreciate it wholeheartedly. I'm going to continue to keep making music until they put me in the ground. So I'm happy doing it. And you know, the weirdest thing is I've seen a lot of the people that I grew up with, they all fall, you know?
Yeah.
And with all kinds of things going on in their lives and mysterious illnesses and I don't know what it is, man, but God has blessed me to a point where I have no illnesses, man.
Wow.
You know, and I just basically, he just gives me the path to go down to make music.
Yeah.
And in this lifetime, I have created music in every genre, from Mexican to Chinese music.
Wow.
To whatever anybody asked me to do, I can do it. I've done it all. I mean, even at this point, I've did 12 films.
Wow.
I got 12 films under my belt, and I did the soundtrack to a lot of movies. I did 15 years with Oprah.
Really?
15 years.
Wow.
So all the music you hear, when she goes to break, and all that popping, dancing, rocking,
that's all you. That was all you
back then.
Wow.
15 years I did that. And you know, it's like I said, it was, and this was during the highest point of my life, and she barely paid me anything. I just like doing it.
You just like doing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was fun to me, and I still do it. You know, occasionally, you know, I get a phone call. Hey, could you write the music to this film? And I don't care if it's a low budget, independent, or a major film.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
That's awesome.
I like doing it.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you know, that's why all of this comes back to you in the way that it does. Yeah. Because you're willing to help people. That's why you have an authentic soul with it.
Oh, yeah.
You're not looking for nothing in return, brother.
No. I mean, people think I'm crazy. Like you should be a millionaire. The thing about me, and the reason why I'm not a millionaire, is because I didn't sell my soul, and I would never sell my soul.
Say that's another thing. Say that right there in that camera, sir.
I would never sell my soul. And if you believe in you and you believe in God, never sell your soul.
Come on, brother.
Because your time is going to come at some point. And for some reason, this is my time, I guess, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
There you go, man. That's awesome. If you had to, man, that was a very powerful statement you said. You know, I hear a lot of people make that statement.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of people really don't know what that really means. We're not going to stem on this because we're not going to do that. We're not going to stem on this.
If you look at it, the best way to
Yeah.
analyze it is you read about it. When you see the Puffies and the R. Kellys and the Jay-Z's and all that, sold their soul.
Yeah.
That's not me. I don't sell my soul. I'm not selling my soul for nobody.
There you go. And you shouldn't have to. I feel that with music, you know, I'm glad that it's rolling back around to the independent artists now.
Yes.
Because I'm glad that the artists are starting to see where they have been getting cut short at.
Yeah.
You know, They really have been.
Yeah. This whole thing that I'm battling right now is how in the hell, from my background, where we grew up, like you and in our generation, we grew up with record companies, marketing, programming, and budgets, and some guy who invented a way to sell us all out by putting Spotify out there, and they take all of our music and give us this much.
Yep.
But they're millionaires off of everything that we worked hard for.
That's it, brother.
And it doesn't make sense to me. Like, when did that change, and how did it go to that point? Back in the days when I was an actual recording artist and producer making, they gave us budget. They gave us legitimate, huge budgets to make these records.
Yeah.
We got checks quarterly checks for residuals. We don't see none of that no more. All that's changed.
Yeah.
The only people that are getting paid is Spotify.
That's true.
For years and years of working that we've done, and they give us, they say a penny. I don't even know what a penny is. How do you cut a penny?
How do you cut a penny in half? That is true. Brother,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't at all.
And they are in court fighting it.
Yeah.
And I hope that we as artists, we all stick together and we could change that narrative so it can go back to people who are really talented. They can get what they're worth.
Definitely.
Get it back. We work hard to do what we doing.
Yeah.
And for these people who don't even make music, they're just legitimate business owners who put together some conglomerate company to take all our assets is wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to
me. And it's sad to say, greed runs any industry.
Yeah. It's sad to me. But
yeah.
I don't know. I still do it regardless because I love making music. But, I know there are guys like me, on the same level or even higher going, where's our money? How do we get paid? We spend money to go into the studio to cut this music.
Exactly.
And that's in the thousands.
It is.
But then at the same time, it's like, when the residuals come, if you get a check, we got a check. We did the record for the Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen record. I got a check, came back, and it sold. It got over how many streams? Like 2 million streams.
Okay,
something like that. We got a check for $600.
Wait. Okay, let's rewind. I heard that right.
Yeah, $600. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah, I was shocked. I'm like, wow. And Snoop said it. Wow. Snoop said it best.
Come on.
You sell a record back then, one album at that point, you get that point, one album equals a sale. If you do a million sales, that should be $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, ain't it?
How in the hell did it go to this where we're all cutting a penny in half and cutting up a penny? It doesn't make sense to me.
No, the math ain't mathing.
No, it's
not at all. I think it sounds like to me that everything changed once it started when social media went to the views and the likes portion.
Yeah. I said that. I said that too.
Yeah.
Once that came into play, the whole game changed.
Yeah.
Now, hey, we got to wait for this guy to get up to 1 million, then we'll sign him.
Exactly.
And it's like, wow, it's not about the talent,
exactly.
The creativity.
They want to know if you're popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all they want to know.
And I used to get ripped up all the time. Man, you need to be doing more social media. What I need to be doing is making better music, trying to come up with more creative style.
Yeah.
In my music. Because when it's all said and done, we're going to get older, we're going to pass, but the music is what I'm leaving behind.
Exactly.
So
that's true.
That's what's important to me. That's always been important to me.
Wow.
Music.
And I love that, man. Yeah. I love it. Let me tell y'all something, man. This is, I've done interviews with a lot of people, brother. And I must say that this is one of, I just said this about somebody a while ago, but I'm gonna be honest, because the interviews and the people, it keeps getting better and better as the time goes on.
Right.
And brother, I'm trying to tell you, Yeah, I really enjoy sitting down with you today.
Thank you.
I really enjoy hearing your perspective on the industry,
right.
Your own artistry, because I love what you do, brother.
Thank you.
Insecurity, that thing is a banger. Yeah. It's nice. It's good. Yeah. It speaks to a lot of people.
Yes, it does.
And what they go through, brother. It really does.
It shocked me too, because I remember when I recorded that song, I was in Arizona in the studio, and I had a flight like the next day. And usually I'll prep my flights, get packed and everything, but I was so into this song. I let the time go. By the time I was finished with the song, I jumped in my car. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning. My flight was at 7 something.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm listening to the song, and I fell asleep driving, listening to the song.
Oh my gosh.
And I hit a railing. Wasn't nobody out there. It was just me. I said something about this song. The song saved my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I cranked it back up, and I'm like, wow. And the feeling you get when you finish the song and you play it in your car.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And as I was listening to it, I listened to it all the way to the house. And then I sat in the park in the driveway listening to it, trying to come up with, do I need to fix this? Do I need to add anything? Yeah. Song was perfect as it was.
It is.
And then I just said to myself, that's it. I'm done with it. And when by the time the company got to it, they were like, wow. I got the phone call the next day. It was like, this is the one we putting out.
Okay.
He told me this is it. The world is going to hear this, and they're going to like attach themselves to it. And I had no idea that all the TikTok lovers, and I want to say thank you to all the TikTok people who really use my song, to attribute their insecurities in the video. It was really nice, and I was really excited about that. And I thank them for that.
That's dope. And I'm gonna ask you this one last question, sir, because we're getting ready to wrap it up here in a moment. One question. I know you can elaborate on this one. If you had to sum up what you've done up until now in one word, what would it be?
You mean my career?
Your career, because you're still doing it. So that's why I said everything up until now, because we can't speak for tomorrow, but we can speak for right now in the moment.
Oh, one word, huh?
Yeah. I got him, y'all. That was a good one.
The most I could probably say is longevity or either faith.
Okay, let's put them together.
Faith and longevity.
Okay.
I have faith in me.
Yeah.
If no one else has faith in me, I have faith in me. So, and this is the reason why I keep going, because I have faith. And as long as I'm putting music out on my faith, I'm sure my fans is going to have faith in me too.
Definitely. Definitely.
And I believe in longevity. I think longevity is what keeps us alive.
Yeah.
We keep pushing and striving to do better in our lives. And that's all I want to do, is be a better musician, better singer.
Yeah.
Just better at it. I'm not resting on my laurels. So,
I love it, man. I love it. Well, y'all, this has been good time. We still high, so we go end high. So just real quick, just go ahead, let the people know where they can find your music, where they can find you at. Just go ahead, put the bid in, brother.
Well, basically, you can find me if you Google search Lemoyne Alexander. All of my social media will pop up on Apple, Spotify. I have a new web page which I love. It's called LemoyneAlexander.com. That's WeLemoyneAlexander.com. But the basic way you find an artist, you just type in my name, Lemoyne Alexander, Lemoyne Alexander, and there you have it.
All right, there it is, y'all. Y'all heard the man say it. So, all right, we're going to close out. We're going to leave, people. We done. It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff of the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast, and the homie Lemoyne Alexander in the building. And remember, y'all, Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, and we love y'all so very much. And peace out.